In the comprehensive outline for teaching effectiveness, the first topic is Introduction to Teaching Effectiveness. You can watch the first lecture using the link provided in the description below. Additionally, a link to the multiple-choice questions, MCQs, related to each lecture is included beneath the respective video. In this video, we are going to discuss about the second lecture of Teaching Effectiveness, and the title of this lecture is Teaching Philosophy and Professional Ethics. A link to the multiple-choice questions related to this lecture is included beneath the respective video. Teaching philosophy and professional ethics includes 1. Developing a personal teaching philosophy, 2. Reflective practice, 3. Ethical responsibilities in teaching, 4. Cultural sensitivity and inclusivity. In this video, I will discuss about each topic. Watch and listen the lecture carefully. The quiz of this lecture is mentioned below. Developing a personal teaching philosophy. Definition: a personal teaching philosophy is a reflective statement that expresses an educator's beliefs, values, and approaches to teaching and learning. It serves as a guiding framework for decision-making, instructional design, and classroom management. Key elements: beliefs about teaching and learning, e.g., I believe learning is a lifelong process and should be student-centered. Teaching goals: intellectual growth, critical thinking, real-world application, instructional strategies, interactive learning, inquiry-based methods, technology integration, student engagement, motivation techniques, differentiated instruction, collaborative learning. Assessment practices: formative versus summative, feedback-driven, aligned with learning outcomes, professional growth, lifelong learning, attending workshops, research engagement, why it matters, clarifies purpose and direction. Promotes consistency and intentionality in teaching, helps articulate teaching identity during job applications or evaluations. 2. Reflective practice. Definition: reflective practice involves continuous self-assessment of one's teaching methods and effectiveness to improve student outcomes and professional competence. Models of reflection: Gibbs reflective cycle. Description: feelings, evaluation, analysis, conclusion, action plan. Kolb's experiential learning cycle. Concrete experience, reflective observation, abstract conceptualization, active experimentation. Sean's reflection in action and reflection. On action, in action, while teaching, on action, after the class or event. Strategies for reflective practice: journaling teaching experiences, peer observation and feedback, student feedback analysis, teaching portfolios. Action research in classroom settings, benefits, identifies strengths and areas for improvement, fosters adaptive teaching strategies, encourages professional development. 3. Ethical responsibilities in teaching, core ethical principles, integrity, honesty in communication, avoiding academic dishonesty, fairness, equal treatment in grading, assessment, and classroom management, respect, valuing students' voices, diversity, and learning styles, confidentiality, protecting student information and privacy, responsibility, being accountable for professional conduct, curriculum delivery, and student welfare. Examples of ethical issues: plagiarism and academic dishonesty, favoritism or discrimination, misuse of power or authority, biased grading or unfair assessments, guidelines and codes, adherence to institutional codes of conduct. Awareness of national teaching standards and ethical guidelines, e.g., from professional teaching councils. Mandatory reporting of unethical behavior, professional boundaries, maintaining respectful relationships, avoiding conflicts of interest. Communicating professionally both in person and online. 4. Cultural sensitivity and inclusivity. Definition: Cultural sensitivity and inclusivity involve recognizing and valuing the diverse backgrounds, experiences, and identities of all students, and creating an equitable learning environment. Key concepts: multicultural education, integrating content from diverse cultures and perspectives into the curriculum. Equity versus equality, providing support tailored to students' unique needs rather than giving everyone the same resources. Culturally responsive teaching, teaching strategies that acknowledge students' cultural references in all aspects of learning. Inclusive practices, using diverse teaching materials and examples. Encouraging open dialogue and multiple perspectives, adapting teaching methods to accommodate various learning styles and needs, providing language support for non-native speakers, celebrating cultural events and traditions with sensitivity. Challenges and solutions. Challenge: implicit biases. Solution: self-reflection. Lack of representation in materials. Solution: diversify curriculum content. Why it matters: promotes student engagement and success, reduces discrimination and marginalization, builds a sense of belonging and respect in the classroom.